Today I would like to discuss about the scheduled and non-scheduled banks. Before going to scheduled and non-scheduled banks, let us see about RBI and its formation. Every country used to have a central bank known by different names. The central bank of our country, the Central Bank of India, is known as Reserve Bank of India. This Reserve Bank controls the entire banking system in the country. It regulates the economy and it runs the development of the economy. This RBI was formed under the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. The RBI Act 1934 divides all the banks in the country into two groups. One is called your scheduled banks, other is called your non-scheduled banks. The banks which follow the norms fixed by the RBI come under the category of scheduled banks. There are certain banks upon which there is no restrictions to follow the norms fixed by RBI. They come under non-scheduled banks. Anyway, the scheduled banks are those banks which come under the second schedule of RBI Act 1934. And non-scheduled banks are the banks which are kept out of that schedule, out of that second schedule of RBI Act 1934. The scheduled banks need to follow the following conditions of RBI. First thing is, they have to maintain a minimum paid up capital or reserve of rupees 5 lakhs. The second thing is, the scheduled banks should not cause any harm to the interest of the depositors by their business. That is, the interest of the depositors should be preserved, should be safeguarded. They should not cause any harm to the interest of the depositors. The third thing is, these banks need to be a corporation. They cannot be sole proprietorship or they cannot be partnership business. Scheduled banks also enjoy certain rights, like they can avail finance from Apex Bank. These scheduled banks can take money, can take loans from RBI when they require. The second thing is, these scheduled banks can become a member of the clearing house which is run by RBI. The scheduled banks can become a member of the clearing house. Then they are also entitled to the currency chest facility. So these are certain rights what scheduled banks enjoy. Then let us see what are the obligations of this scheduled banks. The first obligation of a scheduled bank is they have to maintain the CRR, that is cash reserve ratio, with the central bank at the rates fixed by the RBI from time to time. The second obligation is they have to submit regular returns to RBI every year. Whenever the RBI asks, the scheduled banks have to submit the returns, the status to the central bank, to the RBI. Now let me talk about these non-scheduled banks. As I have told you, these non-scheduled banks are not covered by the second schedule of RBI Act 1934. They need not have to fulfill the obligations and they need not have to comply with the conditions specified by RBI. Like, these non-scheduled banks need not have to comply with the provisions of RBI. Whatever rules and regulations are made, they are for scheduled banks. The second thing is, these non-scheduled banks are not covered by the second schedule of RBI. The third thing is, these non-scheduled banks need not have to maintain the minimum reserve, that is CRR. They have to maintain, but they have to maintain with themselves. they need not have to keep it with RBI. These non-scheduled banks are not entitled to borrow money from the apex bank, that is RBI, for the regular banking business. Of course, when anything happens abnormal, they can borrow money, but they cannot borrow money for their regular banking business. These non-scheduled banks need not have to submit the periodic returns to RBI. And these non-scheduled banks cannot become a member of the clearing house.